Today I've got another deck from a Patreon supporter. This one comes from IKASA. Now this is a wild deck, and wild is not my forte, so I don't know how much I can really give in the way of feedback on it, but I can play it for a few games. So this is an Exodia Mage deck. Our combo is going to be Antonidas, Sorcerer's Apprentice, Double Molten Reflection, and then Infinite Fireballs. We use Emperor Thaurissan to enable that combo. But we've also got like this whole tempo secret package thing going on for the early game. So secret stuff in the early game, and then murder them with Antonidas in the late game.
You asked for it.
It's a lot of card draw. None of these cards draw Aluneth, but they get me closer to Aluneth. Saw a legendary, got excited, it wasn't a weapon, now I'm sad. Archaeologist is more tempo, and it lets me play Kirin Tor next turn. So definitely better than Ancient Mysteries.
We have many secrets.
My opponent didn't even life tap last turn. I don't know what that means. Okay, he wanted to send Demons up to 9, makes sense. Alright, so Polk Out guarantees that I can play Aluneth on turn 6. And I can actually always play Emperor Thaurissan on turn 7 as well, since I already have 2 combo pieces. I might just murder him before that, though. I've somehow curved out absolutely perfectly this game. Only thing that could have been better was, like, Cabal Lackey on one. Oh yeah, Ziliax. The aggression doesn't matter in this format unless it's like really all out. Do I value trade? This deck probably doesn't play Crazy Netherwing, right? Probably doesn't play Hellfire. Not weak to Defile if I do that. I guess I just value trade. I don't know what I'm playing around. Probably should have just played this Ice Barrier. I could theoretically save it for a Flak Mage, but I don't think this game is going to come down to that. Okay, double Defile. Could have played around that a little bit, I guess.
You crossed the infinite, Mage.
Okay, he's also got his broken weapon. Mal'Ganis. Well, my combo does beat Mal'Ganis because I can just fireball it twice before fireballing his face.
From the void I come.
My hand is too full.
Oh, I overdrew a card here? I don't have the other Sorcerer's Apprentice, so I never have lethal here. But he's actually going to let me get another Thaurissan tick, which is not good for him. I just need to make sure I don't overdraw Sorcerer's Apprentice, which means I have to play 4 cards, which I can do.
We have many secrets.
He could still snipe my Sorcerer's Apprentice with Gnome Veratu. Not sure if there's anything else he could do. Well, yeah. That's probably what we're looking at this point. There's no way he just kills me. I've got a nice block up anyway, even if it takes me another turn before I can combo.
Existence is pain. So is teaching you.
It's pretty scary, but I've got the block. As long as he doesn't have Secret Hate, I should be fine. Okay, I didn't draw Sorcerer's Apprentice this turn, which is not good. Not good at all. But I am guaranteed to draw it next turn, so... just need to dump some cards. Don't think my hero power matters at all. I'm at 38. He's got 14, 19, 28. Actually, I guess if I shoot this, then he doesn't get that 5 damage in. Like if it pulled a Doom Guard, he could pop my block.
I must have more.
Okay, I've got my combo. And since I had to wait until turn 10 for it, the second Thaurissan proc actually didn't matter at all. Actually... No, yeah. I didn't do the math, but I could have only cast 2 fireballs last turn. No, I could have cast 3, but 3 is not enough. I had to cast 5, I think.
You require my assistance?
I did it! I Exodia'd him.
Jaina versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild.
You asked for it.
I guess I keep Arcanologist. I don't know what Druid is. I drew my good card. That's good. Just token Druid? Oh, it's that like embiggen pirate garbage, right?
You have to read this one. To the library!
I'm not a wild expert, but that didn't seem that great. I don't know, I can't really kill the Voracious Reader, but like he can't dump any more cards this turn.
We have many secrets.
I found it first.
So he can just like punch into my 2/1, and then I have to send 4 damage into this thing anyway. But I just really want to make sure it dies. I went Explosive over the other secrets here because I feel like Flame Ward is just always good. The Ice Barriers are kind of just always good. And maybe Explosive Runes sniped. I don't know. Does this deck play Gibberling? Could have been a snipe, I don't know. Black Mage is definitely good. I think I'm going to Hero Power instead of playing an Ice Barrier here. I just want to keep him off the board. That might not be correct. This might be the Black Mage turn. I don't know. Feels like I can do better. Even if something goes really wrong and he buffs his board a lot, Black Mage plus Flame Ward is still pretty strong. This is definitely greedy though. I don't know why you would trade there. So I can deal with most of his board by just hero powering. Can I get away with playing Aluneth this turn? He's showing 7, 8, roars 14. Then I have an Ice Barrier. I feel like I can play Aluneth here.
Unleash your potential.
Ancient Mysteries is good. It means I can play double Black Mage next turn. Oh, this could kill me maybe?
Have to read this one.
No, I guess not. I think I double Black Mage here. I can also play the Sorcerer's Apprentice. Do I do that? Am I trying to OTK in this matchup?
What to do?
I don't know how much late game that deck has, but I'm gonna guess probably not a lot. I think I play Sorcerer's Apprentice here.
Someday I'll be just like you.
You're not ready for this.
Revel in the power.
That's a late Embiggen. That's a late Embiggen. I think if he's roaring here, he's probably... Well, I guess it's legit to just kill the Black Mage. I was gonna say he's probably conceding, but not necessarily, I guess.
I concede.
Alright, we cleared some boards. Alright, so I've played with this deck quite a bit at this point, and I gotta say I'm struggling a bit. So we've got this whole like early game tempo secret thing going on, but we don't play any burn damage. So at the end of the day, we do have to actually finish the game by doing combo stuff. And it feels basically impossible to ever combo with this deck if you don't draw Aluneth. So I want to play some more card draw so I can draw more Aluneths. Unfortunately, we can't play Book of Specters because we can't afford to overdraw the Molten Reflections. So we're probably just going with Arcane Intellect. Maybe Research Project is reasonable. I'm not really super familiar with the format to say if that's the case or not, but it could be reasonable. I definitely want to cut this Cabal Lackey. Didn't seem like it ever really did much for me. But from here, I'm not really sure what I can cut. We play so much secret synergy stuff, I don't think we can cut any of the secrets. Most of the synergy stuff does seem pretty good. So I might just want to cut some Kirin Tor mages. 2 Arcane Intellects so far. Could maybe play Research Project, maybe Stargazer Luna. Let's try out a Research Project. I feel like a lot of the decks that I'm playing against have infinite cards in their hand anyway, so letting them draw 2 more is probably not that big of a deal. Alright, if my opponent plays Elucia, we can't win the game.
You asked for it.
So let's try to hit Aluneth and draw the whole deck before he can draw that card. Alright, there's Polkelt. So we can play Aluneth on turn 6 or 7. Netherwind Portal. Sure, I'll play it here. He's got coin, so maybe I can get myself a nice 4-drop.
You're not ready for
3-2, let's go.
Your wish is my suggestion.
That's a pretty early Zephyrus. Don't have to worry about it dealing with my ice block at any point. Oh, Dragonbane is insane. I still kind of just want to play Polkelt though. Because I do just lose to a single card in my opponent's deck, so I need to get Aluneth going as early as possible.
If power is what you seek, knowledge.
Polkelt does bury his Elucia. So that's good for me, I think.
Excuse me, it is wisdom you lack.
I'm gonna go Flame Ward plus Medivh's Valet here instead of Hero Power. Because I do just need to dump my hand with Aluneth. Yeah, whatever, that's fine. Nice, I hit my 6-mana legendaries in the proper order. So as soon as I find a Sorcerer's Apprentice, I can play this Thaurissan. It could still be a while before I find a Sorcerer's Apprentice. Hands like this are definitely the downside of putting Arcane Intellect in the deck. Do I ever just play Arcane Intellect here? I have 6 cards in hand. I'm drawing 4, so I'm up to 10. Arcane Intellect actually only makes me overdraw 1, right? But it does make me overdraw 2. And the 2s are the ones that I can't afford to overdraw, right? Yeah, so I don't think it makes sense to play Arcane Intellect here. I am gonna overdraw next turn though. Like, it'd be a lot easier for me to dump cards here if these Arcane Intellects were Kirin Tor mages. Well, don't overdraw Sorcerer's Apprentice, please.
powerful spell should you?
My hand is too full.
That's a fine overdraw.
The power is here. You need only to see.
I do overdraw one more card this turn. A 1 in 4 chance that it's a Sorcerer's Apprentice.
At last, a worthy disciple.
My hand is too full.
By the power of Ragnaros, I have the power!
I'm allowed to overdraw one because it's always Sphere of Sapience.
I'll show them. I'll show them.
So yeah, if he doesn't have Mind Render, Lucia, I should win here.
The light has betrayed me.
Alright, we did it.
You require my assistance.
Just like you. Someday I'll be just like you. Someday I'll be just like you.
How many cards did I overdraw this game? Like 3 or 4? So I did have to get a bit lucky, but we got there in the end.
Jaina versus Jaina.
You asked for it. Oh, it is on.
I think I just keep card draw off the mulligan. I do have 0 mana secret plus Flak Mage, but my mage opponent is probably not the one for that.
You're not ready for this.
Oh, the mirror.
An incredible discovery.
I think I like Arcanologist over Ancient Mysteries here. Forgotten Torch.
I'm with the cabal.
So I do have Ancient Mysteries plus Secret this, or plus a Flak Mage this turn. But isn't there just such a good chance he has Explosive Runes up? Check for Counterspell.
Excuse me.
And then I'll just do this because it's better against Explosive Runes than Flak Mages. Wasn't Counterspell or Runes.
An incredible discovery.
In death, I exact my revenge.
I'm late. I'm late.
Well, he didn't have the answer last turn. Did he play it this turn? duplicate. That's fine. Get wrecked. Probably just play Thorson in this matchup. Well, that killed my Thorson, but I can probably just get Antonidas to stick next turn, depending on what he plays.
Excuse me, you are on fire.
Okay, fireball down. Antonio might stick to the board.
You require my assistance.
We have many secrets.
Ice block is very nice. I do think it's probably best for me to kill this. And I guess we'll play a mad scientist. What are these secrets at this point? Probably ice block, and then flame ward, ice barrier. I don't know. Let's investigate. Flame ward, sure. So I can punch with Antonidas here. Looks like this is going to be a matter of who gets their block popped first. And I think he's going to be the one that gets it popped first. My poor Antonidas is dead. Check for counterspell. Not a surprise. I guess I'll just play a 4/5. If it's Mirror Entity, he can pop my block. Oh no, he can't because I have Ice Barrier.
Power is what you seek. Knowledge is what I provide.
Yeah, that's fine. Alright, we did it. Didn't even have to combo him. Alright, I've played quite a few games with IKASA's deck here, and even though my win rate was not great, I still had some fun playing it. I maintain the opinion that drawing into Aluneth is by far the most important aspect of this deck. So I do like adding the Arcane Intellects, but Research Project was probably overkill. And it did feel like after cutting the Kirin Tor mages, it was sometimes hard to dump cards with Aluneth, so it might be a good idea to revert this change at least. I could also see maybe cutting Sphere of Sapience for another Kirin Tor mage. Like, I do understand the point of the Sphere of Sapience, and I think it's a fine idea. But I feel like in practice it ends up being a little bit awkward. Because, like, we really do want to draw into Aluneth, but a lot of times I don't really feel comfortable using this Sphere to put, like, a Thorson on the bottom of my deck, because then I have to, like, not only do I still have to draw Aluneth, but then I have to draw through my entire deck before I can set up a combo. And same thing with Antonidas, same thing with Molten Reflection, and Sorcerer's Apprentices. And then also, like, if I play Sphere of Sapience on 1, am I tossing Arcanologist or Mad Scientist on turn 2? Probably not. I just feel like this deck has a lot of cards I'm not willing to throw to the bottom, which made Sphere of Sapience a bit underwhelming for me in practice. But of course there are other cards that I'm pretty happy to throw to the bottom. Arcane Flak Mage in some matchups. Any of the secrets almost always. So it's possible this is the best card in the slot. It's possible that like maybe another Kirin Tor Mage would be good. But I think both are reasonable. As I said at the beginning of this video, I don't really play Wild ever, as you may have noticed by my rank. So I don't really have that much in the way of feedback for this deck, other than to just say very generally that I think this combo is pretty fragile for Wild. Up against Priest, you just automatically lose to Elucia, I think. I had a game where I played Polkelt and then the opponent played Gnome Feratu and killed my Antonidas. That was not fun. Ice Block doesn't save you from Time Warp, which is probably just the superior version of Combo Mage in this format. And even if the opponent isn't doing something that's specifically good against this deck, you do still have to wait until turn 10 to kill the opponent, which is pretty slow for Wild. So fun deck, but there's probably a reason I didn't play too many mirror matches.